Okay, I think we're live here.
Okay.
All right, so the first 30 seconds, I'm just supposed to look at your design and take it in. Oh yeah, if you can scroll down, that would be great. I can't see the very bottom. There we go. Yep, I can see it now. Okay. All right, next is to share reactions, just the overall kind of reactions, not the design or the message. So my reactions are, I see a big picture. That's where the focal point is for me, kind of where I went to first. And then I read the title at the top. And then kind of over to the right, I went from there to the dates and down to the place. And then the text at the bottom. And then the logo. It looks like it's something for, you know, college students or younger people out of high school, but looks, you know, like it would be something that would be eye-catching. Trying to see what else I see in here. I see some all caps words, so that looks like it's important to me. Let's see what else here I'm supposed to look at. Okay, scrolling down real quick here to make sure I'm doing this right. Okay. All right, well, I'll go to analyze the message. It's been 2 minutes, so. I already said a little bit about the audience. I think the audience looks like for, you know, kind of younger people or maybe some professionals. It's obviously some kind of a conference, so that, you know, that audience kind of speaks for itself. Again, the cap seems like it, you know, it's trying to draw people in that are looking to do things in business. Let's see here. Everything is clear and it's, you know, it's easy to read. What else do I want to say? Everything's nice and clean, so the message is easy to read. It's easy to see. That might fall more into design versus the audience and message, but I think a younger audience will appreciate the fonts that are chosen and things like that.
I guess just for design alternatives, do you think that for like the date and time and like the Lincoln Convention Center, I should not use the all caps font? Is that like a little too much?
That's a good question. I mean, you have the part at the top that's all caps, and then the side, and then the do you want to have the competitive edge? So it is a little bit heavy as far as all caps go. So, I mean, in some ways they kind of balance each other, but it does feel like a little bit much. So I would probably change one of them. I don't think I would change the leadership conference at the top, but, you know, do you want to have the competitive edge in business? You could make that italic or not use the caps. I mean, you don't want it to get busy, but it does scream at you just a little bit because of all the caps. So I would use all caps, I guess, more sparingly than overdone. Yeah. I especially see it like on the Lincoln Convention Center. That's where I notice it more than others. Okay, design. Okay, As far as the design, I love that you have the circle going into the banner at the top. I think that looks really good, that overlap there. I like that the date is easy to see over there on the right. I'm not such a great judge, I think, on white space. To me, this looks fine. You have some empty space in there where it doesn't look overdone, especially since you have such a large picture, which I think is fine. It's not like it's super wordy everywhere else. So I think the white space looks fine. I'm assuming you saw the spelling mistakes that were in the.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right, so those were fixed. And then design-wise, the only thing I think I would change is the website, at least from here. It looks like it's kind of in that circle of the picture.
Like overlapping.
So yeah, I would probably, pull that down and then play with that just a little bit so it's fully readable. But other than that, I think it looks balanced and it has a nice look to it. I like that there's, some gray and some black. I think that's good to incorporate both of those. I think that's all I have to say.
Awesome.
It looks good though.
Thank you.
Sure. Okay. Put my lid on my peanut butter jar here. Okay, let me find mine here.
Okay.
There we go. Now I need to make it a little smaller so you can see it all. Okay, that should be coming your way shortly.
Okay. So step 1 is to make observations for 30 seconds. Okay. So step 2 is share reactions. Overall, I like the flow of your flyer. I like the arrow that's kind of just bringing everything together. It's easy to read and it's really clean looking. You get the idea of what it is, like, and you know that it's like towards a graduate. You can like see the people in the picture and they're like younger, so it's probably a college graduate. You can see the date really clearly and then the times that it's from and where it is. And then I like the, do you want to have a competitive edge in business? You kind of bolded that, so it's like more relatable to the reader. I think the first thing that I see is definitely graduate, and then I kind of see the picture and then the arrow, and that leads to the leadership conference. And then I see like, do you want to have the competitive edge, and then the date and time and the logo, and then I kind of see the words last. I guess step 3 would be to analyze the message, which I kind of did in the last one a little bit, but I think it's definitely telling graduates, like, come to this leadership conference so they can learn a little bit more about having an edge in business. So overall, for the design, or I guess you're like inclusion audience, I think you did a good job just conveying like a younger group, like overall in the design. I think it would kind of catch their eye just with like the arrow, and it's very clean so it's easy to read.
Okay.
With the text in the middle, I guess since it's kind of like the last thing you look at, I don't know if there's some way you can like bring that out more.
Okay.
And then also I just kind of saw a graduate, and then it would like see the picture, and then you just be like, graduate what? And you kind of just follow the arrow to leadership conference, which I kind of like, but it's also a little like confusing.
Okay.
If that needs to be like bolded or something so it like stands out a little more, just the leadership conference part.
Okay. Something someone else last night he recommended was actually, which I think I like the idea, was with the arrow, instead of having leadership conference there, I think leadership conference I might put up kind of undergraduate somewhere, and then the arrow would actually point to like the date and the time and the Lincoln Center. That way it's like, it's a conference and this is when it is. So the arrow points to that. What do you think that sounds?
Yeah, I think that would be really good. Like you could put graduate leadership conference at the top and have the arrow lead to the date and like time. And then you could just move the logo over to the other side.
Right, yeah, and then it was like, well, then the logo is going to be right underneath the picture. So I'm going to have to play with it a little bit so it doesn't feel like too heavy on the left for the pictures.
But I like the arrow. I just like how it makes you kind of like go around the page.
Okay.
Like the flow of it, definitely. I guess for step 4, for critique the design. Yeah, overall, it looks really clean. I like what you did with the arrow. I don't think your picture has to be too big. I think it looks good that size, especially the main, like, do you want to have the competitive edge? That's kind of like the focal point, which I like instead of having like the picture be the main focus, because I feel like the words give you more information. Like we said, just like moving around the title and just kind of figuring out a way to incorporate that. Yeah, overall it's really clean and I like it. I would definitely like pick this up at college. Just like it really stands out, especially like the bold like graduate. I like the fonts you use too.
Okay. Yeah, thanks.
I think that is it.
Okay. Sounds good. I will I'm going to click stop broadcast in just a minute here. Well, I guess I can go ahead and do that. It doesn't. Okay, so hang on. I'm going to stop the broadcast. Maybe.